This presentation, titled From Object Making to Creating Experience, Odors and Sounds in Marketplaces in Colombia, makes part of the Architecture, Media, Politics and Society Parade, Florida. Experiential Design, Rethinking Relations Between People, Objects and Environments. Authored by Who is Speaking, Professor Sabina Cardenas and Professor Joaquín Llorca from the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana in Cali. The modernization of commercial practices, the introduction of big chain stores, and the deterioration of infrastructure, amongst others, have made many marketplaces in Colombia less attractive than they used to be. In fact, some of them are on the brink of closing. This situation has forced local authorities to include revitalization plans for marketplaces in their government agendas. However, new designs focus mainly on updating infrastructure, leaving behind intangible factors such as odors and sounds that could impact the overall renewal project. This research unveils the importance of factoring in features as the ones mentioned into design processes in such a way that architecture transcends the mere object making. Through participant observation and qualified listening methods, the study shows how odors and sounds might invite or deter the use of public spaces in Colombia. The study is conducted in 2 marketplaces in the southeast region of the country. Results show that in the central marketplace at the Delicios neighborhood in city of Palmira, the unpleasant odors coming from meat and poultry stands, intensified by high temperatures caused by design features such as a glass rooftop, discourages people from entering the marketplace. Moreover, the silence within the market creates a feeling of discomfort among visitors. On the contrary, at the Alameda Marketplace in Cali, the location of meats and poultry stands are barely felt, and the market is filled with a variety of sounds that range from birds in cages, bargaining of vendors, town criers, to the occasional street musician that speaks to the vitality of the market. This study is an invitation to rethink how we can engage into object making, where space is not only defined by what is tangible but designed with what is intangible, in such a way as to incorporate into architecture a full vital experience of space. The sensitive impression, a term coined by Kevin Lynch, refers to a deep understanding of the intricate and complex dimensions of space. He would argue that sensations determine the quality of places, and such a quality affects our immediate welfare, actions, and feelings. The urban analysis conducted by Kevin Lynch and Michael Southworth opened the way to conciliate morphological and sensitive dimensions. In terms of sound, Canadian composer Raymond Murray Schaffer proposed a study of the sound environment in terms of soundscape. A step further in the interdisciplinary approach are the studies by the Cresson Laboratory at the School of Architecture, Grenoble University from the late 1970s, where a group of philosophers, sociologists, and architects explore the interaction that existed among sound, space, and individuals. In terms of smell, Victoria Henshaw, in her article Sense of Place, The Power of the Olfactory, explains how architects often fail to acknowledge the opportunities offered by smell and its potency in crafting an environment. Moriyama and Teshima recognizes the critical role odor plays in connecting us with certain activities. In their design for the Multi-Faith Center for Toronto University, they enhance architecture's experiential potency by burning incense or sweetgrass in accordance to the different rituals. Odors and sounds in Colombia. The Alameda Marketplace in Cali opened its doors in 1954 at the core of a very traditional middle-class neighborhood. The streets surrounding the market are filled with local food restaurants, flower stands, and many handcrafts shops, making this market a very important landmark for the city and an attraction for tourists who find it interesting to visit the place and enjoy local food. Alameda has 11 entrances, allowing the free flow of people in and out of the market, which contributes to the vitality of the space. The market has a central node, placing meat and poultry at the center where odors can be controlled, while locating the restaurants, handcrafts, and flowers at the perimeter. This layout allows the activity to continue in the adjoining streets, even when the market closes. To understand how sound contributes to the dynamics of the market, a qualified listening method was used. Sound was recorded at different hours several days of the week. This information was systematized and contrasted with sound pressure levels and with a photographic register. The market sound composition is marked by the constant murmur of human interaction. Superimposing this sound layer are specific sounds of music, town criers, bird songs, and some occasional music coming from radio. Sound pressure levels indicated less activity from Monday through Friday that ranged from 40 to 55 dB, which could be described as a serene atmosphere with no harsh changes. During the weekend, especially in the morning where the market has the most activity, sound reached 70 to 76 dB, considered to be a noisy environment. Results show that high sound pressure levels that might seem a problematic element is actually a very good indicator of the vitality of the space and is an imprint of the cultural character of the place. Images of flowers and handcrafts from the east and north facades are complemented with the sounds of singing birds, which create a unique, pleasant atmosphere. In this layout, fruits and vegetables surround meat and poultry stands, creating a barrier between the restaurants and other stores at the perimeter. With the meat and poultry at the center, visitors are protected from stronger odors and scenes that may hurt their sensibility, while being able to enjoy the pleasurable sense of healing herbs, aromatic plants, of flowers, and the enticing vapors of cooking. The central market is located at the Delicias neighborhood in Palmira. Although its opening is dated 1953, It has been said that the market activity started in 1880. The Delicias neighborhood is at Palmira's town center, just a few blocks away from the main square. But despite its importance, the neighborhood has deteriorated over time. Many damaged urban infrastructures, such as abandoned houses, can be seen, and the streets near the market are home to people living in the streets. Plaza Central has 6 entrances. As in the Alameda, this allows the free flow of people. But in this case, since the market is placed in a distressed neighborhood, this is a negative feature. Fruits and vegetables are located at the market center, surrounded by the meat and the poultry stands, which are clustered at the entrances. The restaurants and aromatic plants are located on a second floor. The market closes every day at 2 p.m., including weekends, which leaves the surrounding areas without activity. The local government commissioned the Javeriana University a study to renovate the market. Participant observation and focus groups were carried out to understand the market's dynamics that could help in the design process. Results indicated that the market's layout had to be rearranged. Most visitors were not entering the market because they had to go through the harsh visuals and odors coming from meat and poultry stands. The glass rooftop exacerbated the meat and poultry odors and heated the fruits and vegetables, making the decomposition process faster. Restaurants and aromatic plants, which provide pleasant odors, were in a second floor, helping little to mitigate the unpleasant meat odors. Since the neighborhood revolved around the meat packing activity, the closing of the market at 2 in the afternoon entailed the whole neighborhood to cease activity and silence to prevail. The new design for the central market in Palmira incorporates smell and sound as a key ingredient in the urban renewal process. The integration of these intangibles to the design process indicates the need for a complete rearrangement of the layout. Restaurants and healing herb stands are placed in the first floor at the east side of the market and with their entrances towards the street, not inside the market, in order to extend activity after the market closing hours. In this way, the design might contribute to the vitality of the place. The decision to place restaurants at the east side respond to the maps of sensitive areas that noted that these streets were perceived the safest. Fruits and vegetables were left at the center, creating an axis, while the meat and poultry stands were placed along the west side of the market. In the new design, the glass rooftop is changed to improve the bioclimatic conditions. Consolidating all meat and poultry stands help control odors and allow to protect visitors from potentially aggressive scenes. Moreover, the west streets is perceived as dangerous since several gangs are spotted in this area. Meat delivery usually starts at 3 a.m. The constant movement of trucks combined with light posts needed to carry out the delivery could help lower gang activity. Final reflections. Some final reflections drawn from the 2 study cases in Colombia are the urge to recognize that space is traversed by sensations, therefore the need to give everyday sounds and odors the meaning they deserve in emotional terms, and that this is especially true for places such as Colombian marketplaces, where the interaction with smells and sounds are inevitable. Some markets, like Alameda, despite its old and deteriorated infrastructure, seems vital and full of potential because they provide intangibles such as pleasant odors and sounds that attest to the liveliness of the place. In the same way, the renovation of Central Plaza in Palmira will only be successful when the sensory dimensions is incorporated into the design process, recognizing the pivotal role odors play in the current layout. As Henshaw points out, there has been an historical disdain for the sense of smell that diminishes architecture's experiential potency, and this is also holds true for sound. The study of smellscapes and soundscapes are necessary to understand how different forms, materials, or activities interact with the intangible. What we hear and what we smell is as important as what we see in architecture. In this way, architects could acknowledge the relationship between people and their environment, and revitalization processes could go beyond the mere object making. In the same line, architects should not see smells and sounds in one-dimensional terms as a problematic element, but as an opportunity to explore the whole architecture experiential potency. Thank you for your time.